Greetings, it's Alex McClellan for the Shelburne Freelancer. I'm at Town Council on a very historic and momentous council meeting where councillors decided to decline the proposed sale of Fiddle Park. I'm here with Councillor Randy Chambers, and if you wouldn't mind sharing with our viewers your thoughts in the decision process.
In the decision process?
Yes.
Well, to me it's all about the public consultation part of it. When council originally discussed and made their initial decision to declare the park surplus, I thought we did it for all the right reasons, based upon all our recommendations from staff, our engineers, our planners, and knowing a little bit about what's been happening in town for the last number of years and our economics going forward. I still think it was the right decision, but that being said, there's certainly a public outcry about that decision to declare it surplus, and as a council we listened, and even though I still think it was the best thing to do, the public has spoken and that's their right, and I'm glad they did. That's their responsibility as good citizens. So it's all positive and we'll move forward from here.
Is there a possibility that this situation could happen once again in the future?
I guess it could. That would be for future councils to decide. There's certainly discussion in the council chambers tonight whether we could have that land not zoned residential like it is now. But we were advised it'd have to be done with the next official plan, which there's a lot of costs coming along with doing a new official plan, so you have to do one every 5 years. So council certainly made staff aware that in the next go around of official plan, that's something we strongly consider as just designating that land as recreational and not residential.
So in your extensive career as a councillor, when was the last time that council ever considered a sale for that amount of money?
Never.
So was that part of the enticement, the money?
Absolutely. So people got to understand, $8 million is a lot of money, and the people, you know, they want, you know, a splash pad, and they want new parks and new facilities. The only way we could do that was something of this nature. So this was, in my mind, a one-time opportunity to take these funds, hopefully apply some grant money from the province or from the federal government, and build some pretty terrific recreational facilities in town. But obviously, the taxpayers and the town people want to hang on to that piece of property out at Fiddle Park, and that's fine, that's their decision. But I think this will preclude us having an opportunity to do other improvements in town.
Do you think that Shelburne will suffer for it economically? Or will we
I'm not sure we'll suffer, we won't benefit. But again, you got to determine where your priorities are. And so obviously, through the turnout that we had at our last council meeting, when we had the council chambers full, or the Grace Tippling Hall full, we saw the outcry that people wanted to preserve that open space. And so that's the will of the people, so that's how we'll proceed forward.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hi there, it's Alex, and I'm with Councillor Bonato, and I was wondering if you wouldn't mind sharing your opinion on this evening where the proposed sale of Fiddle Park was declined.
One of the big reasons that after a lot of thought process and hearing all the commentaries from everyone in town, just my own thought process afterwards was the fact that the Fiddle Park, it would not be a contiguous part of the community if it was developed. It's behind commercial, it's got EP land, environmental protected land to the south, and factories across the road. So there's no real connection to the remaining communities within the town, and I felt that it would not, the residents would not really feel a part of the town without that connection that would be the town. Also, another part of the issue was the amount of truck traffic, and we already have issues with children trying to get to a school, wherever that school is, and with the amount of truck traffic that's going down that road, currently servicing the different factories that we have down there, that would create a huge issue for the residents of the town. And we don't need additional traffic trying to get children to go to school. So those were a few of the reasons that really gave me a lot of thought into the process and the reason for wanting to decline that purchase. There is lots of of other land within the town that eventually can be developed, and there's no reason to develop that particular land. The residents can continue to enjoy it in its current format, and I think that maybe it should stay that way for the future.
Do you think you can now breathe a sigh of relief?
For me, it was always going to be a decline of the offer. It was more a concern for whatever council, the rest of the council was thinking, because we had not ever discussed it between ourselves over the last few weeks. And so yes, I can breathe a sigh of relief knowing that all of council came to the same conclusion and agreed to decline the offer.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
I'm here with Councillor Wade Mills at the end of a very important council meeting. Would you mind sharing with our viewers your thoughts on the conclusion for the decline of the sale of Fiddle Park?
Sure. As I said in my comments tonight in the council meeting, that this was the decision that required a lot of deep thinking on the part of every council member. I've talked to a large number of people over the past several weeks, members of the public, members of our service clubs, representatives from KTH, and the one resounding message that came through loudly and clearly was people did not want this sale to go through. So even though the sale may have solved some financial issues for the town, it was clear that that was not the way that the public wanted us to go about solving those issues. So it's, as I mentioned, it's up to leaders to realize when a course correction is necessary and find other alternatives. So that's what we did, and I think it was important to note that it was a unanimous decision of council tonight to reject the $8 million offer.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.